Hey everyone, we're back at Fort Ace Attorney. I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, let me just try a fresh game. But I couldn't remember what we were doing last, so I went back and just watched my video because that way I couldn't spoil myself because that was exactly where I left off. But yeah, we're in the middle of a trial, and I guess we're dealing with the murder of the circus main. What are they called? The animal terrorist's father got murdered, and we're trying to help one of the stars, Max. His name was. I'm just call him Max. It was very much longer than that, but I don't remember what it was. And we're trying to prove him that he's not guilty of the murder, pretty much. And I think we left off saying that what one of the witnesses saw, who they thought was Max, could possibly could have not been him, or anyone could have just walked by because they weren't that reliable. But here we are, several months later. I'm gonna get back to it and just go and start. And try to remember everything. It's really fun. Go ahead and continue. Oh God. Okay. Well, okay. This seems like my last save. 10:20, 10:20, 11:09. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This seems to be it. I was played in November. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, here we go. I'm excited. Make sure everything's okay so far. Okay. Alright. Sweetie. You don't have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. The ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous. That is a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did it go? Where did that go? Double. Wow, Max, never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Okay, back to the trial. Interesting. Okay. Oh God. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Comert, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well, I will now call my next witness. Pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having to see the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Oh, I remember him. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. And what's oh! Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. Never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in the Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name to refer to the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says, no shirt, no shoes, no service. What? Oh. Okay. How about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? So just dead silent. But oh. Your name. Lawrence Curls. Professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder. Correct? Yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, what? With humor, please. I didn't even get to read that. Okay. Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogy self in court. Okay. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can make people laugh. I'm almost useless. I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try to make everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that it's settled, shall we begin once more with the testimony? Of course we can. Talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder. After practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You had no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. Thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max. Was wearing his cloak. Kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. This eyewitness account is to be believed. I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That's because of my sincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? Afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one who with the corny jokes. Okay. Let's try to pick out things that are important. Okay, glanced out the window. Let's press that. You just happened to glance out of the window. You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess cinnamons aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Well, you shut him down. Exactly why did you look out your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Right. I remember. Tucked myself in bed, I heard this amazing noise. Incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot. Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. Should start turning the tables in our favor. Okay. 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 Making sure I record. Okay. So... should I see what else he has to say about that? Now that we have a little more information. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Doe, how'd you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like a... What it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw. Okay. Two silhouettes. Okay. Talk about the silhouettes. Far away, you say. If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. My room is here. And they looked about yay big. So I say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet. That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows you saw. Okay. He was wearing his cloak. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were by your own admission far away. That's right. Oh, that's right. I've been thinking about it over and over since that night. Things didn't really make sense until I spoke with Prosecutor Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols. Lawyers nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone... Excuse me. Everyone knows that what I do. Everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Will the witness please testify to us to what he saw, and only what he saw? You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. I really just enjoy the completely random and non-sequitur. What do you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, oh, you know what's waiting for you. A nice penalty. That's a bit melodramatic. Oh my god, that's 4 things? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't see anything else I could do. We'll try. Got a great reason to make my claim. I'm supposed to be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? I don't know. Most said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and then all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Right, okay. I understand what he's talking about now. If Mo is to believe when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In oh. I think he's saying a random joke. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a Max Megan security down car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. Just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog. Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps with my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Colonel, Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, right? Yes, exactly. Ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well then, please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And even if I catch a hint from a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. Okay. Alright. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. Oh, excuse me, I can't stop yawning. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? Said he wasn't there. You have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. Okay. Uppity symbols. Let's talk about this. Trila said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. Just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure of that? You're just a silly little boy. Threw his entire case headlong into a trap. The Black Coke. That's gotta be important. You're sure that this is what you saw that night? Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. Face was silhouetted, but... Face was silhouetted. No, there's no doubt that it was him. Talk about that. You're able to see that kind of detail from your window. There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye. I reckon I'd say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. This means he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it was actually was. Fluttering in the wind. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding? That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. Must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in their autopsy report. Trila's testimony and not Mo's. I mean, it seems like Max is a killer. Nick, you gotta find a contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. It's the only thing that will help. Gotta do it. Don't you think you're going a little overboard with how you explicit you're getting? Shall belong to Max. It's an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Truly 100% certain. Oh my gosh, I had like an itch in my throat. So you're certain that it was Max? The kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. So what I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. Seems like he's jumping into any conclusions this time. I guess my throat's not used to reading this long. Let's go over this again. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? Should I try the hat? No, that wasn't it. Think of it. Damn it. gotta present something. Oh. Are we missing one? One of the symbols? Is that what that is? He only says 2 things. The silk hat. What is the other one? The flowers? Okay, there we go. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. Suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? No. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica's has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses, right? The flowers. Who cares if he knew that or if he knew that there were if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw. He saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It was obvious that it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way they could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? Stick someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols, right? He sticks them with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high. Stick at someone with a snobby 3-piece getup. So it kept saying 3. Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Okay, Maya. Okay. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you got one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you're going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Kroll's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I only got a single shot at this. Gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I need. Okay, I should probably save. Um... Save there. No white roses that night. So should I oh. He's wearing out the entire time he was on scene? Yes. Okay. Okay. This wouldn't happen to you, to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was that silk hat found? Plus, you always ask these questions. It was found at the crime scene. Crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to this contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. No, that's not true! Order, 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 Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. It's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting up... Oh, no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Ugh. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He turned into a, like, bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo. What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me all that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't look to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how did he leave the crime scene? Answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story on how the criminal left the scene? I guess it might be that picture there. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints. In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, the witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came into court in. Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I said. Fine, fine. I'll tell you the truth this time. Wait a second. I think you said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I was sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time. I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? The testimony you provided up until now has been false. It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order, order. I will have order. Francesca Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor? If you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. Ha, you're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell ya. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Okay. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I set up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. And that's when I saw. He's saying he's floated. The truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. Fell right off and disappeared into darkness. That's why there's no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. To leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right? Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of my testimony? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? He's telling... Wait, his eyes are playing tricks. He's telling the truth. This is all a dream, right? I'm pretty sure it's not that last one. Did he really just float up in the air? What? He's... You know what? We're gonna go with it. What he just said was so strange. I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he's telling the truth. That's what I think? Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic. Heck's right. Foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such foolish dream. Very ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'll to believe that. Just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. You disregard the need for proof Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I got a feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe this is enough. That's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Oh. Okay. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking you this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. There's invisible wires and they have to... and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule. The cardinal rule. The only rule. Sorry, Max. Made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. What do we do now? All we could do is hope we find the flying criminal into court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Ooh, okay. So, investigation time next time. I guess I'll split up with every major step. Like trial, and we'll go back and do the recess of this next part of trial and the investigation or whatever, how it goes. But yeah, that should be good for now. Good little episode. Warming me up back into the game. Actually. It's been fun. All good. But next time we'll be with the investigation. So that'll be it for now. Hope you have a good night. Hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.